let me tell you guys, right now I'm 30. On a serious note, I can just give you my age. I'm a 30, but a man of my age, 30, 35, we cannot reason the same.
What about the other
And
big issue?
which
The badminton. How is it?
that one is
And
100%
remember, we've
guaranteed.
had so many people who die in the middle of this.
Let me tell you, older men is 100% guaranteed.
For this older man who is making like over 200,
Yeah.
even him giving you that 10,000, it means nothing. So when we talk about support, which sort of support, how did you feel supported?
So, for these young men, first of all, this generation we are living, they are not serious in life and they are not hardworking. My experience.
Who have you been dating?
I think I've been dating the wrong young men. They are not serious and okay. And nowadays, as young women, we are growing very fast. We are maneuvering out there, and we are also hardworking. And when you get this young man, he will want to take advantage of what you're doing.
You know, when you're sorry to interrupt, when you're telling me about us young women, I'm thinking of a meme I saw yesterday, and it was saying, Mama, okay, I'm just going to say it in Swahili. Mama is this woman who is financially stable.
Yeah.
Okay, but they were saying it in a meme. If you're not financially stable, when you are kanyui, in short, that means that you know you're the Kimbelembele woman there. Yeah. So when you say us young women, what do you mean by that? What is even the definition of nowadays young woman? Because like you are the CEO of your company, you have your kids, you have your things together.
Yeah.
So you feel like men your age are not at that point?
Yes.
How should they be? Because Kitambo, young men were those morons who used to kill lions. Is that not good enough?
No. Let me tell you guys, right now I'm 30. On a serious note, I can just give you my age. I'm a 30, but a man of my age, 30, 35, we cannot reason the same. I have lived with a man very young, almost the same age. He was a bit even too older than me, but he would wait for me in the evening, at our house, maybe watch a movie. I'm the one paying the bills and everything because I'm the one working. Until I met this older man who was always there to listen, to support my project. If I'm doing something, he's there to guide me throughout. Yeah, so I would say that older men to me, I would go for them. I dated.
Do you feel like maybe it's not maybe a thumb rule, maybe it's just that man, that particular young man was just irresponsible?
I've had a talk with some young girls my age, and they're like, young men of nowadays, they are not serious at all. And that's why you see young women, they are saying that marriage is a scam and all that, because the kind of men they are getting out here, they are not serious. And they don't want to work, they want to club throughout, they want that aluta. That is happening every day. But this older man, he's busy. If you want to make a call, he's busy. He's doing meetings, and he wants a woman who is also busy.
Doesn't he club as well?
They will club, but not that much.
Okay.
They are focused with their businesses. They are focused with their meetings, their projects, and all that. They don't want the slay queen every time you're asking for money and all that. But if you have,
do you consider yourself to be a slay queen?
no, I'm not a slay queen.
But you have very beautiful nails. You're looking very hot. Like, how are you not a slay queen? What's the difference?
I think,
who is even a slay queen? Because I don't get it when people say. Because I have been accused of actually being a slay queen.
I think a slay queen is a young girl who just wants things to come hapo utakat in a silver plate. Is it the term before we ruin this video?
In a silver plate.
Yeah, like they just want simple. They just want to be just. They just
See, that's
want
a gold digger, and I thought that any young woman dating an older man is the gold digger.
I think that's the name. It was used to be a gold digger thing until it came to the slay queen, because now we are going to digital thing.
So then what's the difference between you, the pretty young girl dating an older man, and this so-called slay queen?
The difference is I'm working, I'm having my family, I'm doing my life, like I'm focused, whatever I'm doing, I'm getting my own money, I'm not being fed, yes, and that man I'm having, he's supporting my project. You see, like we are growing together. Unlike this young girl, she just wanna sit down, make phone calls, ask for money.
But is there a problem in somebody just living a soft life? I think I'd want to be in both scenarios. Fine, I could want to still be that woman who is doing her thing. But if it should be that I can still sit back and go do my nails and go shopping on a private jet, why not?
But it will not last long. Yeah, that man will end up being fed up. Yeah.
First of all, you've told us you're a single mom of four.
Yeah.
Is your older man still with you?
Yeah.
He is?
Yeah, he's still there.
So are you still a single woman?
Because let me tell
Or it's complicated because
it's complicated.
because I heard in Nairobi there's such a box.
Yeah.
Being as single, married, divorced, Nairobi.
It's complicated, but I would still choose the same.
Really?
Even in my next life.
Aren't you worried? Because for me, even right now, I would normally feel like, let me look for a man who is also giving me their best years. Older men, I tend to feel like you're either battling some disease somewhere, high blood pressure.
Let me. Okay.
In a few years, you'll be leaving me. Like, to be honest, with the lifespan and with the way men are still passing on, by bad luck, what happens if he leaves you?
Let me tell you one thing. Young men are also dying.
Yes, they are.
And
but let's just look at the probability.
Still the same. Still the same.
What if you have a heart attack?
Even young people are having the heart attack.
But let's be honest, the older ones have the probability of living before the younger ones.
In fact, the older ones are living more. Because young people, they're into drugs, they're into more like...
Which men are you dating? Because I feel like that is the first thing that I look at. Yes, I believe there are younger men who don't club as much. It just depends on the individual person.
Yeah.
Honestly, I have met even over 40s. I know you've said that 40 are still younger. For me, I feel like 50s, we really are in two different generations. Who I am as a person, we do not connect right now. And I also feel like I'd want somebody who is able to spend the amount and quality of time that I want. Somebody who can walk around with me, hold my hand without somebody suspecting me. I know it's a societal expectation, something that we discussed. Hold my hand without me being looked at as like a gold digger. Somebody who can go to the movies with me. Somebody that will, it's not an everyday thing, but if we have to go out, you can still club even until morning. Now, how is a 50-year-old going to be able to do all those things?
They are still doing the same. We go to the movies, we go to vacations.
Let's just be honest. Are they up or they are sleeping in the movies?
I'm telling you, they are very much active because they are not into drugs or anything. I'm telling you, try one. Try one. They are very active in everything.
What about the other big issue?
Which?
The badminton, how is it?
That one is 100%
And remember,
guaranteed.
we've had so many people who die in the middle of this.
Let me tell you, older men is 100% guaranteed. We've seen young women complaining
how can you guarantee? How many have you had?
I'm telling you, I have that good experience. I'm able to differentiate this young man and this older man.
Yeah.
Young men, by the way, they are into those drugs so that they
not
can be
all
stronger.
of them. I'm just I'm not saying I do feel like most of the ones maybe that I have met, they were not really into drugs, especially when it's somebody who knows themselves and also from their background. Just have like a good background check on this person. Who are their parents? What have they been up to? And of course, I will know, knowing myself the way I know myself right now, I know that I prefer somebody who is laid back and like somebody who is into clubs. In me, myself, I'm that person who is like, oh, it's the thought that counts. So you might not be able to take me on that expensive dinner, but you buy me some flowers, or even pick me a flower outside there and give it to me, and I'll be like, oh, thank you. And just maybe to elaborate some more on maybe why I feel like my younger men, and when I talk about younger men, I'm talking of in terms of between maybe 5 to 10 years maximum older than me. For me, that works very well. And because I have seen it's not about the age thing.
Okay.
Because the person, my partner, my last partner, he was maybe some 4 years older than me. And it really didn't go that well. And it's very true, there were some things that we did not reason the very same way.
Okay.
But would I give up on that? I don't feel so. I still feel like there are still young men out there, and I have found them, and I have actually seen them who are very mature, because maturity really doesn't come with age. I don't feel like he did not support me because he was younger. I feel like that is maybe a personal thing that maybe runs across. But then umesema, you said that there are older men are more supportive. So what do you mean by being supportive in terms of what?
Okay, let me ask first. Have you been supported by a younger man?
Yes. I think now I can clearly say that.
Like fully supporting?
Supporting me, if it means emotionally.
Financially, emotionally, all those things?
Yes.
Okay.
But then I tend to feel like younger men, I have not really gotten to that point where they are making millions, unless his dad was Bill Gates.
Yeah.
Maybe that one I can agree with you.
Yeah.
They will be able to, because they have 20 years of experience working. Yeah.
So what I would say, I don't want to make Kenyan girls or any other country girl feel like maybe they are dating the wrong people in their life. But I would want to say that it's a choice. But as for me, my experience with the young and now the old, I feel like the old are good. Because for one, they'll support you if you're sick, if you need any financial support, any project.
How much are we talking about? Because when you talk about financial, maybe for this struggling younger man, maybe according to him, he is able to make like around 40,000, 50,000 in a month.
Yeah.
So for him being able to support you with that 10,000 is a lot. But for this older man who is making like over 200, even him giving you that 10,000, it means nothing. So when you talk about support, which sort of support, how did you feel supported?
Because support comes from maybe I'm having a project and it needs money. He will chip in for that.
So he gives big money.
Yeah. But for this younger man, most of the times if you have a project, they feel like you're now doing more than them. You want to overtake them. You feel like now your life is so good. Like they feel like you're competing with them. So they want you to be in the same level throughout. And I'm very sure if you're married to a younger man and you buy a car before him, that one at the end of the day.
How you married and you're buying a car before your husband?
Yeah, you see now, because at the end of the day, he's not going to accept that. It's either you buy a car and you be the one driving. You see, because
this brings the conversation of, is my money, or is our money? Don't we discuss these things?
I think to this younger family, your money is not your money when you're dealing with these young men. Because I'm telling you,
but I think
today,
that with a younger man or with any other man, for me, it will be my money is our money, just like your money is our money.
A man should take full responsibility of a woman, and we should go back to those times. Nowadays men are like 50-50. What happened to these men where you are to take care of a woman?
But the economy is hard for everyone.
No. The economy is hard.
What if you have a better job than he does?
If you have a better job, now that's your choice. But as for me, a man should take care of a woman. Because one thing, you are doing a lot of work. You're giving birth, the laundry, everything, all those things. So you need to be taken care of. That's for me. But for
so the older men give baby girl treatment.
Yes. Yeah. If you want, maybe you have an issue even at home, they'll be there to support. But for these ones, they feel like you're competing with them.
What about the baggage? Because I feel like older men, the older, the more experience you have, it has its advantages and disadvantages. Advantages are some of like the added advantages in the badminton. I don't know. The disadvantages, the older he is, the more baggage he has. Maybe he has older kids. These older kids are your age. That's why you're left with the struggles of the property,
No.
You have the ex-wife who is there, who is way older. The kids, maybe they're your age, they're more learned, they're lawyers. Like I saw an instance of where the man happened to pass on and he had another wife who was younger. Now the children of this other woman are fighting this younger woman. So who has the rights here?
So what happens? That's what I'm saying. I was to say that these older men, they have their disadvantages. But if you get the right person, they plan their things mapema. Yeah. Like they will distance you from these fights, from their relatives na wengine washane.
But what after he dies, what happens? That one you deal with it when it comes.
No. For those who know what they are doing and for those who loves you, who take care of you, they will not leave you with fights. Yeah. If he gives you a car, it's your car.
It's beyond him.
No. If he gives you a car, it's your car. If he gives you a plot, it's your plot. Written under your name.
Even if it is, can't these kids still come and say, I don't know, the dad was either not mentally okay by then because of old age, and some
they don't, those who are intelligent enough and they have their lawyers, they don't bring you into those petty fights. Yeah. They know what they are doing. Like now Kenyan men, I'm seeing if they are marrying 2 wives, it's out there. They show everyone, I have 2 wives. So there's no fight. They have their lawyer. This is yours and this is nene. Already tumefika that time where men, they realize these petty fights, they're gonna be there. Yes.
Wow. Okay, let's talk about children and the quality of life. Will this older guy, my dad's age, be able to run around with the kids? And does he even want more kids, first of all?
Some they don't want. Some they just want a companion. Because some they will experience that they are women at home. They don't want to those romantic
things.
Their
kids are already older. If someone has kids my own age, because somebody 20 years older than me either has kids my age or slightly younger than me,
let me tell you, you see these older men, they want to feel like they are young men again.
Isn't that a midlife crisis?
No. One thing, when they go home,
and some of them, it's not love that they are looking for, it's a midlife crisis.
No.
If I see a man in his 50s with a biker jacket buying a bike than a car, hey my friend, are you for real?
We are living life. Give yourself a good life. That's what we are doing now.
This life is coming when now, when you fall down, you just break your bones.
Yeah, he has money. He doesn't want to. He has money. He has no one to spend the money. So maybe when she's going home, the madam has that menopause already. And she wants this vibrant young woman. He wants to be with the kids. To take them out.
At that times, you feel like, maybe like for me, I would feel like if I'm the younger person, we can even play in the house. We can do our games there. Even, won't he be looking at you like, because
he loves those games more than they love those
I had
games.
a friend, let me tell you. This friend used to date this older guy. And this older guy, let me just tell you, he was very romantic. But my friend never wanted to be seen with this older guy. She used to tell me, this guy will take her to all the nice places, Naivasha, what. And every time they were leaving, like maybe they're leaving the hotel, she will tell him, honey, please be walking to the car, I'm coming. And then she would always wear a kihud. This is her story. A kihud, put on a cape, make sure that no one can even see her face.
No, that one.
She'll be telling him, I just go to the car, I'm coming. I'm going to the restroom. Only to leave the hotel entrance to find this guy seated there. Kwanza, he's driven the car to the front of the hotel, standing there at the bonnet of the car with a flower. And she's telling me how she felt like just fainting. And then there will be scenarios like she could not introduce him even to the parents. She could not bring him maybe to like parties, because everyone will be like, even they'll confuse you for your dad. They'll confuse him for the dad.
No, that one is living a lie. She's a gold digger. She doesn't know what she wants. Yeah, because at the end of the day, she just need to leave that man. Because where are you with someone you don't want?
He's giving you the benefits of dating an older man.
And where are you having a man that you don't want?
Yeah.
You need to have that man you want. The man wants you.
that comes to the difference between now dating, dating and now marrying actually an older man.
Yeah.
Wow. And then aren't you worried that maybe, or anyone who is dating an older man, and they worry that when they're dating this man, just the way he's seeing you, he can also see another younger one, because you're in your 30s, remember. There are still younger girls who are in their 20s. What if these younger ones are still very attractive to him?
So one thing, these older
Where's the
men,
guarantee? Where's the surety?
they don't like drama. And also they don't do drama with you. If he chooses you, it's you. Yeah, because they don't want several women.
Not
the
like
drama
our 20-year-olds who
the
will...
20 and the 30s, they will have 10 women in their inbox, sending and also visiting them. But these older men, they just want a companion. They just want this vibrant young woman support their projects.
Makes
and
him
all
look
that.
good.
Yeah.
I always feel like if I'm ever going to have to take care of an older guy, he better be paying me. And that is a nursing home.
Now you are taking a very old, maybe 90 years. And
No. Anyone 20 years older than me, my friend, you're old enough to be called my father, almost my grandfather. If we stand here, mostly. And then I feel like when you look at me, it's like I'm a trophy wife for me. The older men that I have dated, they look at me as a trophy wife. Like, you're just there to be like a rose flower. Like, you don't think, you don't have a brain. I'm giving you the money. Why do you even need to work?
If you're having girls at the age of 10, 12, 13, and you're dating this 35, that 7, that 8, 40, I don't think it's safe for my girl. Because at the end of the day, these girls will grow and they'll be almost the same age. But for this older man, he will always take this girl as, they will respect them.
I feel like, no, this is we can even have older men who are pedophiles, who pick on just younger kids. It's not a matter of the way he looks at them, because we can still have our own kids. Maybe he even had his own kids when he was younger.
Yeah.
And he's in his 30s. Like right now, I'm 32 and I have a 12-year-old. So even if I married a 35-year-old, there's a probability that he could also be having somewhere a 14, 15-year-old.
Some they don't have babies.
Some they don't have, yes. Yeah. But I feel like it's on the outlook. If somebody is married to me, but then he's looking at my kid and feeling like he could now have them rather than me, that is him. I don't feel like that is coming with age. Yeah, because we still have older people. Actually, there was even one that I was seeing on a show somewhere. He's a pedophile and he's a very old guy.
I know.
And he's speaking on very young, small girls and boys.
So what I'm saying, to me,
but for you, that's a no.
For me, young men is a no. Yeah, I've had my own share. I know. And for older, at the end of the day, they'll be there, always there for you.
So for you, your team old,
they'll always be there for you. Yeah. And for these other young, maybe sometimes they're even out there clubbing. Show me one man who's not clubbing.
Now there is a man who is facing a midlife crisis.
And they're clubbing. Maybe your baby is sick or you're sick. They're like, oh, you know what, baby girl, take yourself to the hospital. And then they're seeing other young women out there. But for this older, he's there to take care of you, to support you, to make sure you're independent. You have your own job. You're not suffering. Your kids are well taken care of. Yeah?
Well, that's a matter of responsibility.
And for this older, they are not even competing with you.
But
they are
remember, you're not the first wife. How sure are you that he has not left the wife, or he has not done the very same thing to another woman somewhere?
Let me tell you one secret. If you want to date another man, ukisikia another man saying, I love my wife. Today I was taking my wife sijui where. That one. Get that man.
But he's married.
Yeah. Because nowadays they're marrying 3, even 4. I have no issue with that.
Hey, this is opening a whole new conversation of one wife or many wives. You'd be okay?
Yeah, I'll be okay. Let me tell you, nowadays we are living where you are okay with your life, like the economy, as long as you're okay.
But if right now the way where you are, you can be able to take care of your bills. Why are you even being somebody's second wife?
You need that man.
For what?
Just look at the ratio right now. the ratio
to get
of
married
the ratio
then
of
it
women
comes down to what is marriage for you. Is it just for companionship, like you need to have somebody there? Because for me, never. Why would I be somebody's, if I'm not not just a first choice, anybody's just choice, the only choice, because it's a decision that you choose.
As long as,
and does it mean, because to me, when you go for a second, third wife, it means that I was not enough. What makes you feel that you are enough for me?
To me, as long as I'm happy, my dear, I'm going for that. As long as I'm happy. And you know, a good man, if he's taking care of the wife and his kids, the first wife and all that. If a man comes to you, tells you, I don't like my wife, she's abusive, she's all that, just know that one is a lie.
That one I will know is true, because even when you're dating right now as a single mom, and he's a single dad, of course he has an ex. The way he treats the ex says a lot. Because it will definitely ensure that even you, if you are to get in that boat and you end up separating, you will still go through the very same things that he's making this other woman go through. So yes, I do get that, but first wife, second wife, third wife, a big X for me. I feel like I'm too good
as long
for that.
as I'm happy, my kids are happy.
How are they happy competing for this person's
No
attention?
one is competing.
How are you not competing and there are three of you?
No. You have your own time. He has your time.
So you're okay being on a timetable? No. Because that will mean he has to have a timetable for house 1, 2, 3.
Even if
remember, it's not just about the wives, there are kids too.
Yeah, there are kids too.
So by the time the kids get their attention, when will that be?
They get their attention every day. They know how they plan this thing.
Have you ever been in such a setup?
No, I've never been such a setup.
So
but I know
what makes
someone.
You feel like it's very
No, I
comfortable?
have someone who was in such a setup and she was okay with it. And there's no a day that she went missing that man. That today you did not come. Yeah, not even one. I'm telling you, we are having 60% of women who are second wife and third wife, and they are okay and happily married. I'm telling you, yeah. Because I'm not saying that there is an issue with that, but personally for me, it is a no. And I think I speak on behalf of every other woman who's seated there and feels like the way I feel, because I'll be wondering, if you saw I was not good enough, maybe you wanted Kate because she's and I'm a 1GB. What makes you feel that you're enough for me? Because
so what about women who want 2 men?
That one I don't think is I don't know. That one I don't know. I can't talk about that. That one you need someone to tell us.
Because honestly, if I'm in such a setup, I will have someone.
Because I think in South Africa, women are getting 2 or more, 3 men. But for us Kenyans, with whatever we are having, you can have even 3. It's allowed.
And I feel like, is it allowed by who?
It's allowed.
The men or the women?
It's about choice. Yeah. And let me tell you, these properties, where are you taking these properties with one family? You need 3 or 4 families. Even the president, they need like 10 women so they can share their wealth with these women. We don't have to go suffering. They need to share these properties. Yeah, and we are here
what
waiting.
Distribution?
Yeah.
But do you feel like this is... I'm sorry to say, because I have actually had it before. Do you feel like this is a single mom syndrome? Because I'm very sure there's no one saying, and we need to have a married woman here who will tell us the very same thing.
Okay.
How many women are willing to share their husbands?
It will depend. It's a choice.
Because I feel like more single moms are willing to get into such a setup.
Yeah.
Unlike the legal married women. Honestly, I would not put myself through that because I wouldn't want to put another woman through that. Yeah.
I don't think it's about putting anyone through anything. Yeah.
It's just sharing is caring. So, my dear, let's just try and wind up this conversation that we were having. You've told us about the advantages of the older man. For me, I have to tell you, because so when you talk about the advantages of the older man, that is now the disadvantages of a younger man. The advantages of a younger man, is that we get to grow all together. We get to experience all this.
Yeah.
At a midlife crisis, you're buying a bike, I'm buying a Ferrari. We can go through it together. You decide you want a break from this relationship because you are unsure. Because these are some of the things that might pop up in this relationship. There's that phase where you get to and you're like, you don't know whether it's going to work or not. We go through it together. We go through the emotions as the age comes in. So I feel like for me, I'd really, I'm okay with the younger man.
Okay,
because I am. It's not just about how people view us when you're walking holding hands. It's even about the quality. Just, are we having the quality of life? The probability is as much as most of them will die at a certain particular time.
Yeah.
The younger one will stay with me a bit longer. And I also feel like you offering me more in terms of not just money, it's the whole experience of living.
Okay.
We get to experience it together.
Okay.
Yeah, unlike with the older man.
So let me ask you, you had your experience with the younger man.
Yes.
And you broke up with him. Tell us why you broke up with
It
that
was nothing
man.
to do with age.
It was about what?
It was just about the whole toxicity, which I know because I have had right now the interactions. Remember, I'm single, so I have had the chance. Okay, I have gone through it.
Yeah, you've gone through
I've gone through the experience of dating, and I have dated those older men, and it doesn't know age. What's something that I've come to learn about toxicity? It knows no gender, it knows no age as well. For me, it is about the maturity aspect. And
Okay.
our goals, do they align? Are we going forward to the very same thing? It's okay because I'd one day want to travel to Paris. Whether we get there on a private jet, or a commercial jet, it doesn't matter to me. Yeah.
So your experience was bad.
Yes, it was bad.
At the end of the day, what I would say that this story, all I don't know how to put it. Like I'm having this my high school sweetheart. We are growing together. That one is not working. Because at the end of the day, you are there, you have experience, you broke up. I'm here, experience, and we broke up. That means as we grow together, we tend to think, we are not thinking the same.
But people either grow apart or they grow together.
Very rare.
And that doesn't, no, it happens though. I feel like it's still also in the mindset thing. We need to get Brenda back here because it happens. It happens. Sometimes there will just be people who are not meant for you. And that is very okay.
So now,
Not to say that I cannot meet an older man and he becomes the one for me or he's not treating me well. He can, but I haven't found that.
Okay.
I found my heaven and my peace in younger men.
I think I had said earlier, I'm not saying that our young girls should go for older men. I'm not saying that. It will depend with what you want. Okay, it's a choice. You can get that young man. You go together. You grow, like you guys are good together. And you can still get that older man. He'll treat you well, or maybe it will be toxic. So it will depend with what you get. But another advice to my young girls: work hard first. Focus on your career, focus on your studies. Life is not coming that you get everything at the table and all that. You need to work. Even that older man would not want you with nothing. He wants to see you have a job, you have a project, you're doing something. Okay? So my advice is you work hard, focus on your studies until you get what you want in life. That's me.
Thank you very much, Kate. At least you have specified on that because I was almost leaving my younger men to join you.
No, you don't have to do that.
Yeah. Anyway, I'm really grateful that you're having this conversation because I feel like it's something that most women still juggle with. It's not even a matter of making choices or decisions about. For me, I feel like it's not even an age thing.
Yeah.
It's just who is more mature, who is more responsible.
Yeah.
Whether it's a young man
Exactly.
or an older man, it's okay.
Yeah.
I would really want for us to have the discussion of what if he's now younger than me, now in his 20s, whether it can even work. But I know that is the discussion for another day because it's also a very interesting and broad topic.
Yeah.
But I'm really glad that you've joined us here.
Yes.
Looking all lovely in your essence. And I hope that you're coming back again.
I will.
Because we need to have more of these conversations. And maybe even that time you can sponsor one of our viewers for a trip.
Yes, I will do that.
I'm just saying. So, my friend, if you want to have Kate here again, if you feel like these bold conversations need a bold approach like she's doing, don't forget to like, share, subscribe. And especially if it's your first time, subscribe, and share this video, because Kate might actually be here and she might give you your dream trip. Who knows? So anyway, thanks so much for joining us. Don't forget to comment, and you can still find me on my DMs, Jacinta Wangeshi, everywhere. And Kate also is on social media. Which one?
So Catherine Joe. Also, you can get me at Vintmark Travel Agency. I've told you guys I'm a travel consultant. If you want to travel any place, UK, US, just come to my office.
And we even need to ask, I know I was winding up on this, but where can we get older men?
DM me.
Yes, that is a very interesting question that you need to know. Anyway.
Yeah, next time I'll tell you where you can get the older men and how to get them, how to approach them, and how to behave while you are with them.
What do you mean? It's a whole science.
It's a whole science. Yeah.
Anyway, I know we could have this conversation forever. So, guys, thank you so much for joining us. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.